Informed, outspoken, wild, fearless. This is the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast.
What is up, my dudes? This is Trent with the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast. I am joined by Seth, Phil, and Jordan. Week 10 is almost in the books. We still got Monday Night Football coming. We had some fun bets this week, Jordan. How are you feeling about it? I think it was a rough week, Jordan. I think it was a rough weekend. I don't know about all your plays, but we did a Josh Dobbs bet. You're still in the Jaguars locker room for some reason. I don't know why, but Jags lost. You lost your Dobbs bet. We did a Dobbs versus Geno Smith bet, who would play better, and they both played really well. If you start either one of those guys, you're really happy. But How are you doing, Jordan? You hanging in there?
Jaguars got smoked. Fresno State got smoked last night. Two of my three biggest guys that I had in the fights last night, two of the three got just destroyed. Today, Will Levis sucked. Trevor Lawrence sucked. But Geno Smith played good. Basically, broke even in DFS. Lost a little bit on the prop betting. So, and college football sucked yesterday too. So, pretty much lost money on the week. Favorite teams lost. Some favorite fighters of mine lost. So, but it wasn't a horrible weekend. Could have been way worse. Sometimes a big loss, just a small loss feels like a win sometimes.
Yeah, so you're hanging on by a thread, it looks like.
Sounds like what a loser says, to be honest.
I was a loser this weekend, Seth. So what do you want me to tell you?
Today's episode is brought to you by Trophy Smack. Guys, if you have a loser in your league, like maybe someone on this pod, go over to trophysmack.com/dudes. 15% off your whole entire order, guys. It's a great play. It's not too late to get those fantasy football trophies and all that stuff and get ready for draft season. And maybe you need to just upgrade your trophy for your league. So go to Trophy Smack. Tell them dude sent you. Phil, you have any words of encouragement for Jordan before we jump into these Week 10 news and notes here? What would you say for somebody just at the bottom?
I think there's someone out there for everyone would be number one. And also that not every week is going to be your week, and that's okay. And the reason I say that there's not someone for everyone is I was doing some walking. I had just got back from the Central Coast, one of the most beautiful places in California. I know that's disputed on this podcast, but it is. And I didn't know what else to do. And and it's embarrassing that, so I just went on a walk. Okay. Went on a walk with my kids and I came across this license plate. And I think we really need to bring this up for discussion, but I came across this license plate.
Can you save is this your diva of the week?
It's not my diva of the week, but I think basically what I'm saying is there's someone out there for everyone, and everyone can be a winner. Although I don't know if I would say that this person is, but let's pull it up. I mean, they've found someone. They've found love. If Trent could put that up, it says Raider love 49er, or Raiders love, or this Raider loves the 49er.
R8R heart 49R. So yeah, there's someone for everyone out there. House divided.
There's someone for.
That's a custom license plate.
That is a custom license plate in the state of California. And I props to that individual who went out and did that. And I think I would imagine the driver is probably a Raiders fan and the passenger is probably a 49ers fan. It would be made clear. Pop that up there again. Registration looks like it's good through 2024, which is nice for that individual. But I just think this is wild. I don't know. Thankfully, my wife and I cheer for the same team. This was more forced
because you converted because you had.
I was trying to win my father-in-law's favor, so I converted to a Seahawks fan. But I don't know what's worse, me putting a Seahawk for life on my license plate or seeing something like that on someone else's license plate. That to me is those two teams it's basically like Romeo and Juliet type situation. Those two situations don't happen, right? And I have a feeling those people probably don't talk to their family. If you are a fan of the Raiders and you are a fan of the Niners and you marry someone from the opposite team, you probably are getting shunned by your family. Like I said, it's a Romeo and Juliet type situation. I feel for those people, and they're so proudly just displaying that on their license plate. And Jordan, I know you have some stickers on your license plate that you're Jag stickers. But like, what do you guys think about that?
Just
Like, I just
rawr
wanted
on
to
the
open. I wanted to open the podcast up with that. Like, that needs to be talked about, right?
Follow me to the Tiger Cave. Rawr. What was it?
Jag
It's,
Den.
Jag King.
you drive that car to the game, to the 49er game or to the Raiders game, your car's probably getting keyed at both places. So it's just a bad.
It definitely is. Yeah, it's definitely getting keyed at both places.
The old
I
Phil
think-
might have keyed that car back before you were a Seahawks fan.
It's true. I don't know what's worse, the license plate or the fact that Phil had to get a stamp on his back that says Seahawks. So I don't know. I don't know what's worst.
Hey, it's a cool looking tattoo. But here's what I will say: it's better than the one you have on your lower back. And the
one's pretty
license
hot.
plate.
This is going off the rails way too
No,
fast.
I just need to
Phil.
hear Jordan. I need to hear what Jordan has to say. Jordan, give us some. This is when I'm asking you to take it over. Like, what do you think about this license plate?
My only observation of that whole story was, did your family shun you when you became a Seahawks fan?
Did my family shun me?
Yeah.
No, they didn't shun me. Thankfully, still
Oh, I
okay. I
thought
watched
you were-
actually. I was over at my dad's house watching Red Zone this Sunday. Actually, even though I betrayed him, I did betray him.
So
Unfortunately, I was a Raiders
don't-
fan.
yeah. I don't know if you guys saw this. Let's get into some Week 10 notes. We've kind of.
Are we not going to get into the Dobbs? Do you want to go into Dobbs a little bit?
That
was
would be
going to be the next.
that would be
thing there.
considered Week 10 notes, Phil.
Okay. Although if you take a look at the go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs, QB10 of the season, seems like no one even cares. You see this? He did the MJ stare. That was kind of cool. Jordan, I thought of you right when I saw that. I don't know what was
I don't
going through your
care.
head at that moment.
Phil
moment.
thought it was a Kobe thing.
So
That was good. It was just we called our shot, Jordan. Like, I think this is we called our shot. We gave you the statistics. I think we laid out the statistics clearly enough to where you should have followed. Trent, do you have anything to say? Because you and I were kind of we were together on that front.
we were together. Vikings have won 5 straight. I think O'Donnell deserves to be in the Coach of the Year discussion. I'm sure he will be. It's only November though. Like, Dobbs has a long ways to go. I believe he has 3 straight games with 20 plus fantasy points. I think they play the Broncos next week. And then they have the Bears. So 2 weeks from now, Dobbs is a really good play. I don't know if we need to talk about Dobbs much more than what we already have, other than he looked really good. Hawkinson, absolutely on fire. You see that touchdown catch he had? Looked really good. We do have some Who Hurt You later in the pod today. Got some good ones of those. Game of the day, can we say that was Bengals Texans? That game was wild.
The
think there was
Lions
like 5
Chargers
or
game
6
was wild too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
There's-
5 or 6 games that like ended in a field
Yep.
goal, like at the last running seconds. It was just crazy.
Well, that whole game of that Texans game, there was like 3 games all going at one time, and they are all like just came right down to the wire. The morning slate was really good, I thought. But does CJ Stroud deserve to be in the MVP conversation? Am I getting ahead of myself?
Offensive Rookie of the Year for sure.
But yeah, that for sure. But does he just belong in
Locked.
the MVP discussion?
I don't know.
They're 5-4 now, right?
5-4. The Texans have won more games this year than they have in the past 3 years in any season. And they have 8 games left? Like, he's playing really good, and they're winning those games because of him. Like, he just went in and beat Joe Burrow. Some people we kind of thought the Bengals were one of the hottest teams in the NFL. And I know Burrow did have some receivers not playing, but Chase was banged up. He did play though. He put up some good fantasy numbers, but I think
Burrow played. They went up. The Bengals were up, and Stroud came back and helped them win.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bengals did have like 5 drives in a row that ended like in 3 and outs and punts, though. It was like the middle of the game was super stalled
Well, right at the
for
end,
both teams.
Burrow gets into the red zone. He throws a pick. Then Stroud gets the ball back, and he throws a pick. And then Stroud takes him back, and they end up winning the game. But Stroud he's a lot of fun to watch. Like, the Texans they're kind of an exciting team. Jordan, you're a Jaguars fan. Are you getting a little nervous about those guys, over there in Houston, west of, Jacksonville?
Yeah, I was mad that the Bengals lost that game. Like, they should not have lost that game. They were up They let Stroud drive down the field with a minute left and score. That was a little frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know. I think CJ Stroud belongs in the MVP discussion, especially since there's no clear-cut MVP right now.
Okay, so Trent, I'm looking at the odds right now.
Mhm.
So Lamar, Jalen, and Mahomes are all 350 to win. Tua's 650, Burrow 9, Christian McCaffrey 15. So you have Stroud at 35 to 1 to win the MVP. So like
they won't.
He's
give
not
it to
going to
him.
win MVP. Yeah, like he's not winning MVP.
They won't give it to a rookie either. Like they make you have like 2 good years before they give you MVP. I feel like, whether that's right or wrong.
Here's the other issue: his team's not good enough for him to win MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
yeah,
like,
you're
it's a
right.
fact.
They got to be like a first place team or second place team. Is what you're saying. Yeah.
If a rookie was in first place, like if the Texans had the Jaguars record at 6 or say they're like 7-2, he would be more in the conversation. But they're 5-4 and probably going to battle to win their division. So like they're not like there's a world where the Texans don't even make the playoffs. Like that is a scenario. So you just can't give the MVP to that guy.
I think if he keeps, he's like Jason Garrett said today on Sunday Night Football at halftime, which I'm not a huge Jason Garrett fan, but he said, "Is this the best rookie quarterback we've ever seen? Like rookie season for a quarterback?
No.
Who do you think's better?"
Well, what had Big Ben like go to the Super Bowl?
I don't think they went to the Super Bowl. He did have like that. They only lost like 2 games, I believe. I don't know what his stats were on that team, though. I don't think he was airing it out like this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Big Ben does come to mind.
Do you count Patrick Mahomes' first year? Like, that's where it's like Mahomes didn't play his whole first year. Like, are you going to count that as like his rookie year or the first year he actually played? Because that was an amazing year, too.
Yeah,
and essentially, that's your rookie year.
Yeah, I would.
Big Ben had 2,600 yards, 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions in 14 games. So
see, I think Stroud's probably
where'd
already
they go?
That.
But what'd they do, Seth? Didn't they go to Super Bowl?
No, I don't think they did.
I mean,
they did.
Wait, it's 2004.
Big Ben never lost a Super Bowl. He didn't go his rookie year.
I thought he went as a rookie.
I think he went his second year.
They went 15-1. They won.
They lost the AFC Championship to the Patriots.
Lost in the AFC Championship. That's pretty good rookie year for a quarterback. But like Trent, you know that in like any other league, Patrick Mahomes, you're considered a rookie if you don't play in any games. The NFL is the only league where they don't.
And that makes sense. You aren't a rookie if you are your second year in the league. That doesn't make sense.
If you don't play any games, you're essentially a rookie.
I think rookie is when like you start as a rookie.
Yeah.
Your rookie year. I know baseball and basketball don't do that, but that's never made sense to me. Like, when are you a rookie?
Your first year in the league.
Okay, but for the exact purpose of the debate, Patrick Mahomes' first year is the same exact thing because
he sat behind a guy and learned for a whole year. He didn't get
so. Is this Jordan Love's his rookie year?
Essentially, yes.
No,
you are
rookie year.
You are the Dobbs loss has got to him. Like the pot.
No.
Yes. We need to put a poll up. Jordan, you're speaking wildness right now. It is not like his rookie year.
It doesn't make sense to me why other sports do that.
It's his first year playing football. The guy has never played football since college.
Okay.
So is Brock Purdy have a rolling rookie year? He's only started 13 games. Is it like is he
the
still
guy
in his
played? No.
I know baseball and basketball do this. It doesn't make sense to me why they do it like that.
Like Travis Etienne didn't play a single game his first year.
I would make a slight exception for that because he didn't do anything.
Wait. I mean,
Patrick Mahomes was on the sidelines learning the playbook, helping, like getting reps. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault he wasn't good enough to play as a rookie. Well, maybe it is his fault.
I mean, he probably was, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
It was probably good for him that he did it, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, fine. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty good rookie year, but I'd have to go back and look at all the other guys who rookies.
Yeah.
I mean,
to your point, CJ Stroud's thrown one less touchdown pass than Big Ben did his rookie year.
yeah, it's
but
also a
the
different.
style of the
a way
game has also
different type
changed
of
since
football.
2004
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I agree.
20 years.
But-
I knew that team was really good, and he was really good as a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And so that was one that stuck out to me. I'm trying to think of other rookie quarterbacks. I'm sure there's been some.
Yeah, there's not like a ton. Like even Cam Newton didn't have that great of a rookie year.
What did Luck do as a rookie?
Luck's rookie year was
Because they were good right away too. I remember them being pretty good right away.
let me see here. Seth, do you want me to pull it up? Andrew Luck. You're looking it up.
11-5 record, playoff berth. Give me 1 second here. Let's see.
But I don't know. That came to me.
He got a rating of 76.5 with 4,374 yards and 23 touchdowns and 18 interceptions in 16 games in his rookie season, 2012. So 4,000.
Stroud's thrown 2 picks so far this year, guys.
Yeah. Joe Burrow had a better season than Joe Burrow too so far. Joe Burrow 10 games, 2,700 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in 2020.
Yeah, we had the Ohio State quarterback battle today, and it was a really good game. But yeah, I think if he keeps
stop.
You can't call him an Ohio State quarterback.
Come on, Trent.
Joe Burrow said he went to school at Ohio State. Joe Burrow said he went to school at Ohio State. He played football at LSU. This is not as dumb as your argument about rookies, Jordan, for what it's worth.
I think more people would agree with me than you think, but whatever.
Let's not kick him while he's down, Trent. Jordan, I'm sorry. Trent's just being a jerk tonight. He chose violence.
No, it's fine.
Oh yeah, I am joking about the Joe Burrow thing. That was mostly just a troll move right there. Okay, guys. Other stuff.
Let's you want to dive into this a little bit? There was a bunch of crazy games.
Bunch of crazy ones.
Trent, your Cowboys look good.
Cowboys look good. That game
Pollard sucks. Pollard's washed.
He's not good. He's good, Jordan. He doesn't need the ball that much. He's a home run hitter.
He's washed. He's not good. Trent, there's not a home run hitter.
Yeah,
you're not a home run hitter.
The guy is a 10 snap. He needs the ball 10 times a game. That's it.
So, okay, well, he didn't do
much.
There's
Ferraris and there's Toyota Tacomas.
Yeah, Trent, but the 10 carries he gets, he does nothing with, though.
So you're telling me that if he would have only had 10 carries in the game today, and him and Rico Dowdle were reversed, that he would have had a bigger game? That's what you're telling me right now.
I think if Rico would have started, I think Pollard would have had a better game. He can't carry the load. I've been saying that for 2 years. I don't know why all of a sudden you're right.
This take is just as bad as my rookie take. Like it's
no. Like I told you 2 weeks ago, the Cowboys should trade for Henry because Pollard can't carry the load. He runs out of gas. He needs like 2 plays of drive.
So he was running out of gas in the first 4 carries he had, where it was for like 5 yards. He's running out of gas.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. He had some plays where he looks okay.
Good, Trent. He's washed.
He had
55 yards on 15 carries. What?
There's a place for him in the NFL. It's not carrying the ball every play.
The guy couldn't get it done against the Giants.
I know. He's a guy that needs to come in third down back. Like he has a role.
But he's not even explosive with the carries he's getting.
Then maybe it's the leg injury. He hasn't looked good since week 1. The broken leg, maybe he just never recovered. I don't know.
I mean, week 1 he had 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Week 2, 72 yards. Week 3 against Arizona, 122.
Yeah. Did he score today? Did Pollard score?
No, Trent did not score.
He's the only one who didn't score.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That game kind of put me to sleep. But what doesn't put me to sleep is our friends over there at Sleeper, guys. It's the dude's favorite place to play fantasy football. Take your whole league over to Sleeper, guys. Tell them the dude sent you. Enter promo code DUDES100. They'll match you up to $100, guys. It's a good time. Take your whole league over there. Do the plays. The dynamic payouts are really fun. They tell you give you a percentage of what the thing's going to be. It's either a 2. You can either double your money or 1.7 your money. Make 2 picks. Pick the higher, the lower number. And win up to at least twice your money at sometimes. But yeah, dudes 100. Yeah, Jordan, I don't know. Like Dottle looked better, I thought, today when he was in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, Pollard is not he's not cutting it. Dak looks pretty good. CeeDee Lamb has 600 receiving yards in 4 games. No receiver has done that since. What do you guys think?
I'm really mad that I did not trade for
Megatron.
CD in all my. Oh, sorry. What was your question? I didn't even.
Who do you
ignore your
think?
question.
So CeeDee Lamb has 600. I think it's 640 receiving yards in the last 4 games. Who do you think the last guy was to do 600 yards in 4 games?
Antonio Brown.
Steve Largent.
Yep, Antonio Brown. Jordan knew it. Right there. So.
Who'd you say, Bill?
Phil didn't even know who Steve
did not
Largent
just say
was.
that is-
The fact that
Phil,
Seth
what
doesn't have a
number
Largent
is Steve
jersey kicks me
Largent?
off.
What Phil is it? What number is he, Phil?
12.
That is the most Seahawks
80.
thing to ever say.
You
is
just
12.
looked it up.
No, I was just joshing. He's 80.
Jordan, I'm mad at myself for not keeping CeeDee Lamb in a league and keeping Chris Olave.
But like, why did we not all just trade for CD? We knew it was coming. Like,
Especially when he said, "Give me the ball."
yeah, man.
Do you see his one-handed catch?
That was Phil. That was
Yeah.
straight Phil. That was like,
He's so
Oof.
good. He's so
Yeah.
good.
Well, and they're handing him the ball too. Like he's really like they're just finding ways to give him the ball. Is really what it is. So
Clay
I don't know.
Pulisic, like what we're asking for.
I don't want to get too excited though because it was just the Giants, but they looked okay against the Eagles.
But here's
so-
the thing, though, Trent. If you put a beating on a team, like that's the type of thing you want to see out of a game like that. You don't want it to be
True.
a close one. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you should be happy with a beating like that. You shouldn't be if they won, if they eked out a win like the Seahawks did against a somewhat of a subpar Washington team. You're not so happy. Like they beat the brakes off the Giants.
It's true. It's true.
So
Yeah, the easy schedule coming up too the next couple games, so they should take care of business. We'll see what happens. Seems like since that Niners game, we're a different team. Jordan, we got to see how the Jaguars bounce back after this, though. Niners
They
look
suck.
good.
Not bouncing back.
They're not bouncing back, or are you just not getting your hopes up? Because a couple days ago, we were mad this wasn't the primetime game.
I think they actually would have played better if it had been the primetime game.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm just
Trevor Lawrence had no time to throw the ball.
no. Well, okay. 2 of his turnovers were not his fault. Like 2 of the turnovers. The one pick he threw was off the running back's hands. Like probably could have been a better throw, but like a little unfortunate. Christian Kirk decides he wants to fumble the ball for no reason. So when they were driving, like they turned the ball over like 3 times, and it's tough. But whatever. I don't know.
And Jordan, you just have like just a wild division. Like the Colts are still very much in it. Texans are obviously. It's just a.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what that tells you? All the teams suck. That's what that tells you, Phil.
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's that. But that's kind of what we thought that division was going to be, Jordan.
It's just
I thought the
frustrating 'cause,
Jags would
like,
run away with it, though.
Yeah, I mean they still could, if I'm
They
being
still
honest.
could.
But
They're what? They have 3
I don't
losses?
really. Yeah, they're 6-3. Like I shouldn't be too upset, but it's just like it's one thing to lose the Niners, but another one to just lose like that, not even show up to the ballpark to the game. It's just like I don't know, whatever.
I hate to say it, but I know exactly how you feel, man. So I'm here for you.
Well,
we're all here for you.
We're all Fresno State fans. I just happened to meet twice in
Yeah,
twice
that's
in 2
worse,
days.
honestly.
That was
It's
the
worse.
worst.
That one was a little bit worse. But even, I mean, there's nothing really to look forward to. Like, we get to watch the Bills Broncos tomorrow. Like, usually you're like, oh, we got Monday Night Football to look forward to. Like, I don't know if anyone is excited about this game tomorrow. So that said, let's just talk about some recap points. If you guys are all ready to move on here, I wanted to talk a little bit about. Oh, so what was that?
No, it's just I'm going to say little buddy, and I said little guy, and I don't know. It wasn't good. Sorry, it wasn't that funny.
Yeah. No, it really
Little
wasn't.
guy.
That's all right, though. Hey, that's all right.
Sorry.
Let's just take in that awkwardness. Just give us a moment of silence for Trent's awkwardness, all right?
No, let's have a moment of silence
for
Christian McCaffrey's touchdown.
Oh,
record
you're right, Trent. You're right.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
To an end. These guys
17.
they did everything they could to get him this touchdown too. I don't know if you guys saw it, but everybody, despite being up by 31 and taking out Brock Purdy and other key starters, the 49ers tried to get Christian McCaffrey a TD to get his TD record set to 18. They tried on first down, second down, third down, and fourth down. He couldn't get in. Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, and Juszczyk all scored TDs, but not CMC. So I was watching and how he didn't get that one touchdown. I was like, I didn't realize on red zone, but it was fourth down when they threw it to him on the 1 yard line, trying to get that TD to 18. But I don't know, that record might not ever get broken, by running back to maybe it'll get broken, but it was
you cheer for the Niners more than people think. That's what's crazy.
It's the problem when you're on a show and you have to just state facts. And then when Christian McCaffrey falls to you in a draft, you end up liking him more than what you want to. But
yeah, that's true.
Phil, don't lecture people about switching teams, please. Phil, get into our weekend recap here.
All right. We have let's think. You know what, Trent? You actually had a pretty good sleeper here. Let's go with yours. Let's go with your sleeper. Let's start with that. And let's talk about Ramondre Stevenson real quick.
I honestly thought this was a total bust when I got the alert that he was hurt. And honestly, watching this game with the Patriots are not good. Like, it's Jordan, you're right. This is the first time I really watched him closely and everything, every play like this. Ramondre looked good. They bring in Bailey Zappi, for the final drive, but Zeke, Jordan, can you admit that Zeke actually looked pretty good in this game at times?
No, Zeke looked good. Yeah, I had his over on the rush prop. I just needed a Ramondre touchdown. It would have been a really good morning.
Ramondre touchdown would have been really good.
Yeah, I should have went Ramondre over on his rushing yards, but yeah, Zeke looked real good.
Yeah, Ramondre, though, he got 11 points, so it was pretty good. And I was weird, it was weird to me looking at PFF, and I saw that he was running back 28 on the week. And it just seemed too good to be true but I'm surprised the Colts didn't get a rushing touchdown, but hey, when the guys can't throw at all, that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if this is the last time we see Mac Jones take snaps under center, or if Bill Belichick's
They
done.
benched him. He played the whole entire game, and then they brought in Zappi on the final drive. It made no sense.
If Zappi would have converted that fake spike for a TD, that would have been the only thing people
would
be talking about right now.
Bad.
And then they interview him after, and they're like, "What do you see?" And he said, "I can't tell you what I actually saw."
Question:
What?
I don't want to get too far off the topic here, but does Bill Belichick coach somewhere else or retire?
Retire.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Does not.
No, he keeps coaching.
I think I agree with Trent. I think he's going to go coach somewhere else.
He has to, because you know what the narrative is right now? That
He sucks.
Belichick held Brady back from winning more Super Bowls. When you look at how bad Belichick is, it makes you think Brady's that much better. You put Mahomes with Belichick, they don't win a game.
Belichick's not a good general manager. That's the issue, Trent.
And I think he has whiffed in drafts. He's not.
He has way too much control of that team. So, but he's going to want that control no matter where he goes. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Can you just imagine him and Urban Meyer partnering up to either run an NFL team or a college team?
You know where Belichick's going to end up, right?
Cleveland?
What?
The Raiders.
That's what I thought you were going to say. Vegas?
Tom Brady, part owner. They'll let him have the control. That's where he's going to end up, is Las Vegas.
And Josh McDaniels will come back.
Brady will be his OC.
I didn't even think about that.
Gosh.
Bill Belichick's coaching the Raiders, and Josh McDaniels is the OC. The Raiders look good right now. Well, they beat the Jets. You know what I'm saying? And
Trent,
they beat the
come on.
Giants.
You can't say they look good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That game was horrible.
It was a horrible game. It's a bummer. It was, primetime game. I'm tired of, the Jets on Monday Night Football and stuff like this. But Raiders fans have won 2 in a row. They're back.
They're back, but they're not good.
Hey, the Raiders.
So it's a mid-off, Trent. It's like a mid-fest, man.
Yeah, whatever. So, but yeah,
this is like
Jordan. That's a solid take. I would love that, Jordan. But I don't know. I think the players are going to really like this guy, and I don't know if Davis, because a lot of players lobbied for Bisaccia, and then they didn't give the job to Bisaccia. So I'm wondering if these players all lobby again. If Davis will just say, "Okay,"
I don't think he cares. Davis doesn't care.
Yeah, look at his haircut. I mean,
okay, right. When they showed that guy tonight, I'm just like, that guy is just weird. Just that guy, I don't know.
What kind of money did he came from? His dad owned it, right? So what? But what money did his dad? I just want to. It's just been in the family. So the guy just is like, yeah, we're just. I don't know, whatever.
That's a whole nother different topic. I don't know if we should go down, but let's keep going around our sleepers and everything.
All right, let's move it. Let's move into this one. You know what, Jordan? I'm gonna give you Noah Brown. Is that all right? Is that okay? Noah Brown had a great game.
Yeah, my backup sleeper had a really great game. So
let's go with that one. We're gonna go with Noah Brown.
I did say it though. I didn't mention him on the pod.
Yeah.
So,
you were mentioned in the video. I put you on the Instagram video and YouTube.
Yeah.
This is the one good thing that happened to you this week.
No, I nailed my sit, but Noah Brown, he smashed again this week.
Wide receiver 7 on the week.
Yeah, 7 catches, 172 yards. He's just
a TD would have been nice. TD would have been great.
I mean,
that's what happens when you have an MVP caliber quarterback throwing you the ball.
That guy was ranked consensus as in the 50s for wide receiver.
Yeah,
on ESPN.
He.
I wish I would have played him in DFS, and I didn't. So that's my fault. But
he's still only 36% rostered right now.
No, I actually think he's like a must add with the way the Texans are throwing the ball, and their defense really isn't that good, and so they're giving up tons of points. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So, and he's the wide receiver 3. It looks like there, maybe 2.
Yeah. Well, I do have a waiver show coming out tomorrow on Tuesday, so go check that out. Noah Brown will be on the list, so guys, go check that out.
Back-to-back games with 20+ points. Sorry, go ahead, Trent.
No. Don't be rude. Share the dudes. Give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter at TFF dudes, and give us that, like and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. But yeah, Jordan, definitely must add.
Yeah.
Seth,
and then real quick, JSN, I thought was going to be awesome too. He started off the game with 3 catches for 40 yards and then just kind of didn't do much after
fell
that.
off.
So
Yeah.
All right, moving on here, Seth. Let's just go with one. Let's go with your start, Rachaad White. I'll let you go into that one.
Yeah, so Rachaad White had a good game. I remember. So this is a morning game. I didn't get to watch most of it. I got to watch the second half of it after church, but I did see on my phone when it buzzed that he scored a 40-yard touchdown. I think that kind of salvaged it for me because that was a 10-point play. It's a 40-yard catch and run touchdown. He had not really that good of a run game, 20 carries, 51 yards. But I think if you just look at these numbers of the last 4 games, here's his receiving yards and stats. 6 targets, 6 catches, 65 yards, 7 targets, 7 catches, 70 yards. 4 targets, 4 catches, 46 yards. This week, 3 targets, 2 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. His role is cemented as a 3-down back there, and I think you're just going to get solid points from him. And I'm happy I got him in a league where I kind of did a 0 RB. It was a 0 RB draft pretty much, and I got him pretty late, so I'm pretty excited about having him on the team because I know he's going to be worth at least 10 points a week just because he has that decent rushing ability, but also has that consistent pass game ability as well. So, smash hit for me.
White's on fire right now. He looks so good. He's out there
Yeah, he's good.
So those were two good plays out there, like Noah Brown and White. But Noah Brown, he was out there buzzing, Jordan.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
Good.
Buzzing just like the new Manscaped beard hedger, guys. So go check that out. Promo code DUDES20, 20% off your whole entire order at Manscaped, guys. So go check that out. Christmas is around the corner, guys. There's all kinds of stocking stuffers over there at Manscaped. Head over to Manscaped, promo code DUDES20, 20% off your whole order. And the beard hedger, guys, the official beard trimmer of the UFC and also your favorite dudes. So go check that out, guys, while you're at it. Sorry,
Man, that
put
was
that promo
buzzing,
in
Trent.
long time ago, and I forgot to hit it on Jordan's Noah Brown play. So sorry.
No,
That was buzzing.
No. All right, Jordan, you're right. You're spot on. You hit, we actually all with, I mean, Seth did not play, but basically both of you guys hit on your sits of the week. Jordan, I'm going to let you go first, and then Trent, go ahead and take it away after him.
Yeah, so Derrick Henry was a sit, and I meant him actually don't even put him on your roster. I mean, 24 yards, 11 carries. I mean, I will be honest, this game did not go exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought Will Levis would have success through the air. I thought the Titans would move the ball through the air, and they didn't. But, I mean, Henry also just, no matter what, was just a bad play, a bad start. You couldn't. I mean, 2.5 points, that's not getting it done. So, yeah, I thought it was a bad spot for Henry. It was a bad spot for Henry. So, I'm happy with that one.
If you played Spears, you're happy you got 7 points out of him, So,
yeah, that offense just didn't show up. Man, I can't tell if Levis is good or not. I mean,
yeah,
that was the defense that Stroud just annihilated last week. It was a great spot for Levis, and he just busted.
Yeah, and they're playing Jacksonville this week, and that Jacksonville team's probably going to be angry. So not a great spot there. We didn't talk about the Steelers, though. Both Steelers running backs had really solid games, Jordan.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool if, one of those guys could get that spot, but
yeah, I'm curious what they both had good games, right? Warren's still very usable as a
Yes.
low end. If you just you maybe do a 0 RB like Seth was talking about earlier, and he's one of your guys, or Warren's very usable, still in leagues. So especially as you're filtering through the bye weeks and stuff.
I'm in a deep dynasty league, and I've been rolling out Warren and Spears every week, and it hasn't been terrible. The team's actually doing pretty good. It hasn't been bad. But what do we got next, Phil?
Yeah, so let's go into Jordan, this is a rough one. I mean, you want to talk about Chuba a little bit?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I wasn't able to watch any of this game. I had basketball season kind of started for me, so we had a scrimmage that night, so I really wasn't able to watch it to kind of see. But yeah, 9 carries, 23 yards, 2 catches, 16 yards. I don't really know. Like I said, I wasn't able to watch this game, so I can't really give an exact explanation for it. But obviously, he was not.
The Panthers
good.
clearly couldn't do anything. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and in hindsight, maybe the spot wasn't as good as I thought it was. So I feel like that I kind of missed that the Bears defense has been getting better. Their run defense has improved. It was a lot better spot earlier in the year, and so
the other thing, Jordan.
Yeah.
I got confused too. I was thinking Deonta Foreman was your start. I get those two mixed up just because he used to be there. And I was watching that game and I was like, oh, nice. This is Jordan's start of the week. He just scored. Yeah. Then I was like, and then I looked, I was like, oh, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Early on in the year, the Bears were a really good spot for running backs. And now, honestly, they've gotten better. And I miss that. So that's on me. I don't know. I got really excited for and I like Chuba in general, and the workload has been there the last couple of weeks, and they got down, right? So it's just harder. I don't know. And they're not really using him as the passing down back anymore. And after the next day after we did the pod, as I started looking in that game more, I kind of regretted having him as my start of the week type of deal.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, and Miles Sanders had 38% of the snaps. So He actually was
A
a little
little
bit
more.
involved. He didn't.
He
do
only
anything,
touched the
but he was
ball 4
involved.
times though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
yeah, that was a tough one there, Jordy. Seth, you had a sleeper. I mean, here's the thing with these sleepers, it's I don't think we can. It's not so much that this is like I don't know. It's hard to blame on some of these sleeper ones, right? It wasn't a huge point total, but it's hard to blame on some of these sleeper guys. But talk a little bit about Evan Ingram there a bit.
Yeah, so I guess we all thought like the Niners game wouldn't go like how it went. Like I think if
Yeah,
like Lawrence had time to throw the ball, like I think it would have been totally fine. But the thing is, like I think he had like from 4 different players, he had like 4+ like QB pressures, which is like insane. And there's 5 sacks. Like he was getting hit all the time. The only receiver who had a good game was Christian Kirk, and like a lot of his yards kind of came like in some like of like I don't know, it's like garbage time, but like didn't really mean anything. But I think if he had more time to throw the ball, it would have been totally fine. What's nice is he still had 7 targets, so like they were trying to get him the ball, it just wasn't happening. Like San Francisco's defense just kind of played lights out. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I
If
think we
Young
all
can
were.
be good there, it's be hard. If Chase Young can, play really well like that,
for
they're going to be
sure.
very tough to beat.
Yeah, it's yeah, no, definitely. All right. I think that we covered all of them, right? Oh no, Trent, you have one more start. Let's talk about Dalton.
You want me to knock both of them out, or what do you want me to do?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have you.
Dalton Schultz wasn't like he didn't kill you today. He had 9.1 fantasy points. I was expecting a little bit more out of him, and especially with how good Stroud did today. And this can kind of lean into who hurt you, but Stroud was really good, but Stroud actually hurt me pretty bad today. I had Christian Watson as my other sit, and I don't even know what to do with Christian Watson. Like he's just not getting the volume. He had 7 targets, but only got 3 fantasy points. Is that all of them? And we can just transition into who hurt you.
Yeah, that's it. That's all of them.
Okay.
We can because Seth had one who didn't play.
Yeah, we
That's
had
okay.
60. We went 66% on the week, guys. So that's pretty good. But yeah, Stroud absolutely hurt me really bad. I did a sleeper play today, and my picks were I did a 5 play, and I was 1 pick away from winning some decent money on sleeper. And it was CJ Stroud throws over 1.5 touchdown passes. So he ran.
Yeah,
that
I know a
one
lot
in
of people who
throwing
had
it.
that prop.
So that one hurt right there. Like I had a lot of stuff, right? I went 2 for 3 on sleeper plays this weekend, so I can't complain that much, but it'd been really nice to get that big play right there and, make a little bit more than what I did. So my plays were, let's see here. I did, this one was just too easy, but I did Josh Dobbs over 0.5 passing touchdown, Alvin Kamara under 50.5 rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey over 65.5 rushing yards, Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdown passes, CJ Stroud over 1.5, and that was the one that didn't hit. So I did that. I went 4 for 5
Trent,
on that
is
play.
when they did a designed run with CJ Stroud.
Yes, yeah, that's
they
where
had
it
a
was,
hard time scoring in the red zone with like throwing, and so they just ran it in at the end. Like he just a designed run. I think they stop him there, they'll probably throw it. But anyways, and then I think Singletary had a rushing touchdown too, which also didn't help. Like I was watching a lot of that game.
So yeah, those were. Other than that, I did pretty good. Like Washington Commanders receivers absolutely crushed me today. I have Terry McLaurin and Dotson. Dotson, I think he goose egged, but I did Sam Howell over on his passing yards, which was 261. Then I did Saquon Barkley under 16.5 fantasy points, and I did CeeDee Lamb over 58.5 receiving yards. So that one hits. That was nice. I think the 3 plays is kind of where I need to stay and not adventure out into those 4 and 5s.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Jordan, who hurt you? Who you, buddy?
Trevor Lawrence. I had a lot of that Jaguars passing game. India. My 3 quarterbacks, I had stack. I used the stacks were Geno Smith, Will Levis, and Trevor Lawrence. And Levis and Lawrence they just didn't do enough. And the problem is, even those Geno stacks, I had a lot of Geno and I had a lot of McLaurin and Dotson bringbacks in those stacks, and then I had a lot of that. I had a lot of DeAndre Hopkins, so just kind of it was just a bad week for me overall. I just didn't read it right. Should have had more Burrow. I didn't really like Burrow that much. Like I liked him, but Chase kind of being banged up and stuff. Didn't have a lot of Burrow. So yeah, I just there's a lot this week. Mostly that Titans passing game, Jaguars passing game, and even like the Commanders wide receivers, like Trent mentioned. Those are some of the big ones.
Yeah. Just looking at, the quarterback rankings.
Oh, and Pollard. And Pollard as well.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of Pollard too.
Looking at the quarterback rankings here for the week in week 10, like Dak's on back-to-back 30-plus point fantasy games where he's just a tear. Sam Howell's kind of been pretty steady. I don't know. I can't figure out who he was throwing to in that game. I know Brian Robinson had a big catch.
It was
Brian
Robinson,
both their running backs.
Leading receiver.
Yeah.
So
just
the Seahawks
weird.
are terrible against receiving running backs for what it's worth. Awful.
I keep targeting those. Seth, who hurt you today?
Oh man. Honestly, I didn't really do any betting today just because I've been losing a lot. So I just I'm not gonna do it this week.
What
Honestly,
about like on your own teams?
on my own teams? I don't know. Like I feel like I had pretty decent teams. Like all the guys who I started who didn't do good, I didn't expect them to do good. And all the guys that I started who I thought would do good did good. So I mean, honestly, I don't feel like I really got hurt this week. Maybe I'm hurt, Trent, because you didn't share your picks. But anyways, that's fine.
I'm sorry. That's not cool.
Yep, it isn't cool.
Well, I'm looking at
Trent
this.
did.
What, Phil?
What did Dak finish? Was he number 1 overall?
He was number 1 overall this week.
Yeah, he threw like 400 yards. He had an insane game. Like
38 points. He had number 1 overall, not just QB overall.
Yeah. Dak's on fire. Seth, you had to have been hurt by somebody. Like you played against Keenan Allen in a league. That hurts. Don't act like you're unhurtable, okay?
That.
Like
Sure. I'll say this. In a league that Trent and I are in with our family, it's our family league. It's probably the league I hold to the most esteem, even though there's like no payout if you win. It's just straight up pride, if you win. I won last year. Me and Trent have the worst teams in the league. But the difference is Trent has 3 wins and I have 4 or 5 wins, and I'm gonna still have 5. I'll be 5-5 or 5-6 now. Anyways,
the difference is you didn't draft Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, it's true. Trent changed Calvin Ridley's name to something I can't say.
It's true,
but I would agree with you there, Trent. He didn't help me in another league, so maybe it's just Calvin Ridley. But I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I say that because we say that every week.
So true. Yeah, we can't say.
But I can say in that league, Trent, you brought up, it's like the second time I've scored over 100 points and I'm gonna lose. So, and usually I score like less than 100 points and I still win, and somehow I'm not in last place. But this time I scored 120 and someone scored 150 on me. So, is what it is.
Phil, were you hurt at all this week, Phil? Like you're kind of a,
I'm not
a meek
very
guy.
I am. No, I mean, I didn't have. I had some rough ones. No, nothing to speak of. Let's just go with that. Maybe more of that license plate than anything else. Was really what hurt me. But outside of that, what'd you say?
You really lost sleep over that, huh?
I lost sleep over it. Yeah, for sure. No, I think that was I think that's it. I actually like Seth. I haven't had any bets yet. Although Jordan did win big for me a couple weeks ago, which I appreciated. Or maybe it was last week.
You didn't even give him a shout out till just now.
I know, I totally forgot to give him last pod. He still owes me a couple $20-$30 for a pair of boots that I've been saving up for. So I'm hoping that we can make it happen this week. I need some new running shoes.
It's like a 2-year process of saving up for the boots.
I've been
running shoes to walk on.
Going to therapy, Seth, you jerk.
That's what hurt you, is your pride.
Yeah. Phil hasn't been this hurt since those guys made fun of him for not playing football in high school.
For crawling off the
Oh,
field.
Trent, you loser! I said that to you before we started this pod. All right, let's go into Divas of the Week outside of Trent. You can't say Trent as much as I'm sure we all want to say it today. Any Divas? Trent, I know this is your segment. I just wanted to throw some shade at you.
I've had this for a while now, and maybe this isn't not a good take. I brought it up in my solo waiver pod briefly. But I hate the NFL having flag football in the Olympics. It's so lame. This is a trial to get us to go just completely to flag football. If I want to watch flag football, I'll go over to the rec over at the park and watch those guys play flag football. I just want to watch normal football. I don't care about flag football in the Olympics. Yeah, America's going to dominate it, but it just seems silly to me to have flag football in the Olympics. I don't care. If you want to do it for women, that's fine. But men's flag football, I think it's incredibly dumb. And I'm probably alone on this, but I don't want to watch flag football. And that's what the NFL is turning into, is flag football. So this is just yes, it is, Jordan. All these
it's not turning into flag football. Take. No.
It's a bad take. Stop. This is clickbait. You're trolling. You're fishing for something here. Yes, you are.
You don't think that the NFL is getting incredibly soft? Every week we're getting fines for plays 2 weeks ago.
There's a difference between becoming soft and playing flag football. Like,
this is a step in the direction to go flag.
Trent,
have you watched flag football? I think it's pretty physical. Flag football is pretty physical. Like, the guys are like
point proven.
But like,
what I'm saying is flag football is pretty physical, though.
No, Trent,
yeah, it's more physical than badminton.
Sure,
I'm for what it's worth. I'm kind of excited about the flag football in the Olympics. I think it'll be
I think so
watch.
too. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
and
Jordan's so excited to bet on flag pulls. He's gonna be like the over on 5 flag pulls by the Argentinian linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, you're going to get these college guys who are studs in college who aren't in the NFL who are going to be playing flag football in the Olympics. It's going to be fun to watch. Like, there's going to be some pretty athletic guys out there playing flag football.
That's cool. Then they're going to be like, oh, these ratings aren't bad. Let's just start a flag football league in the offseason in the NFL, and then they'll slowly start. Jordan, you just said that the NFL was different when Ben Roethlisberger was there than what it is now. It's just steps.
That's
going
not
in the
what
direction.
I meant. That's not what I meant by
was the game more physical? Was the game more physical when Ben Roethlisberger was there?
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about how much more they pass now in the NFL than they did back in 2004.
Because it's not as physical.
Which is also what's okay, whatever. And for what it's worth, like, Trent, people love football. People are gonna watch flag football. It's no different.
Let's put tackle football in the Olympics. Let those ex-college players do
that. There's no other country that's going to do that.
And it's way more money. It takes way more of a financial financial burden to do that. Like, gotta buy I don't know if burden's the right word. I'm trying. Yeah, like higher barrier of entry. I know Trent wouldn't understand that. Not a marketing major. Higher cost, barrier to entry. No, but seriously, like, I just and like, it's no different than there being 3-on-3 basketball. Like, not like the NBA is going to 3-on-3.
Yeah, that's because the NBA is not going in the wrong direction with stuff like that. The NFL gets softer every year.
The NBA is just as soft, just as much softer as the NFL was. Like, the NBA is a lot softer than it was 30 years ago.
I'm anti-soft. Sorry.
No, but you're okay.
You're anti-soft, but then it's a completely different thing.
It's a completely different thing. I don't want to make this whole, I'm just telling you, this is just to get eventually. What do you think the NFL looks like in 30 years?
Okay, if they want to lose money, then they are going to switch to flag football. No one will watch.
Not if they slowly feed it to you. Not if they slowly spoon feed you and you go like, hey, it's not that bad. I'm betting on flag polls.
This podcast has turned into Conspiracy Theory 101. We should probably change our name at this point.
Yeah, I had a conspiracy theory last week. Yeah, I had a conspiracy theory last week.
This is way more on than Phil's. I wanted to bring this up like 3 weeks ago. I have a list of divas.
No.
This is horrible, Trent. Is it just a bad take by you?
This is not more on it than
There's
mine.
people in their car actually going like, hey, Trent's right. There was no one saying Phil's right.
If people are saying you're right, that's the first time that's ever happened in the history of history.
Fine. I'll keep going, but or I'll be done. But that's what my take. The flag football in the Olympics, it's lame.
I'm real
I
curious what
don't
these
think it's
people are who
lame.
think Trent's right now. Like, I'm real
Yeah.
curious.
Do us a favor and stop listening.
Maybe not that, but
All right,
No,
yeah,
keep
a
listening.
little too harsh. Don't listen to Trent is what I meant.
Yes.
Mute when he comes on. I don't personally have a.
You don't have a diva because I said, hey, the license plate thing's good, Phil. Save that till the very end. And you went guns blazing 5 minutes into the pod about the thing that everyone having something for someone. That was your diva of the week. I fed it to you perfectly. And what do? You go, well, there's someone for everyone out there, guys. So I don't know. So just pass the mic. I purposely teed him up like, yeah, Phil, talk about that diva of the week. He goes first and he's like, I got another diva later, guys. And what do you know? He doesn't. So no one.
Hey, this is the thing. If I don't come in guns blazing, people will shut the podcast off. I have talked to at least 5 to 10 people. Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
Seth, what do you have? What do
Guys,
you have?
my diva is really good. So this one came on Friday night. You know, I know it was a day off, but we went to a football game, high school football game. Our local team that we are all grads from is in playoffs for Division II Valley Championship, which is kind of like our section. But anyways, really good game. Our team scored, I believe, 42 points as 42 to 49. So like, we scored 6 touchdowns, but the part I cannot stand is when parents say the dumbest things. Okay. It's like, it's a run play and the run play gets 2 yards. And I hear a parent behind me, guys, you gotta block. And I'm like, oh really? It's football. It's like, oh, you have to block in football. I didn't know that. And then it's like, and the game goes on. And it's like, okay, your quarterback doesn't have the best game, but he's also a kid. Okay. And the guy's like, of course, the guy can read everything from like 20, like at the top row of the deck. And he's like, this guy was open. How did you not see him while you were running? Like, did we forget this guy's 18 years old? He's 5'9", and there's like 6 people chasing after him. It's like, you don't expect him to be Patrick Mahomes and make a perfect throw to a guy he doesn't see. It's just like, parents, just shut up. Just shut up. Okay. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all. You're annoying. And it just like, this is another one too. Let me just say this last
I
one.
told you not to sit next to Jordan at those games.
I knew he was going to say that.
Let me just say this last one. Okay. It's like we're at halftime and we're trying to score to get in within a 1 score at the before halftime. This guy is yelling out loud to the coach, "Coach, you got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left." It's like, dude, shut up. He can see the giant screen over there. It's like, you are annoying. Be quiet. And I'm so glad your kid graduated, so I don't have to hear your dumb voice again.
Oh my.
Seth is really
so annoying, dude.
What does his name rhyme
like, who yells at an 18-year-old kid, get your reads right? It's like, dude, you are annoying. Okay.
Hey, it's
like,
playoffs.
Sure, you can be disappointed when a kid throws a pick 6 and be like, yeah, that was a bad decision. But it's like, you stand up and you're yelling directly at him, like, get your reads right. It's like, dude, you are a 45-year-old man. You haven't done anything cool in like the last 20 years of your life.
I don't think you know the guy that good, Seth. But Jordan,
no,
what do you
I know
have?
It well enough. It's like you're yelling at an 18-year-old kid. Like, be quiet.
I don't think I can top that. So I'm just gonna emphasize. You know, if I could emphasize the whole text right now from Seth, that's what I do. I'd emphasize it.
And I think everyone who sat with us would agree with me. It is so annoying.
Yeah.
I think that does it, guys. We have a waiver pod coming out tomorrow. Is there anything else you want to add, Phil? Like, I don't know, Phil, if you see a license plate picture, just, tweet at us or something. I don't know, but we got a waiver pod coming tomorrow, guys. We will see you next time. And as always, take care.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.